Stranger Things Season 4 has some big questions to answer following Season 3's explosive 77-minute finale, The Battle of Starcourt. But despair not, friends. The Netflix sci-fi horror will eventually be back for Season 4, which means all of those loose ends you've been losing sleep over will eventually be ironed out. Stranger Things Season 4 release date. When will it air? As of January 2022, there's still no news on when Stranger Things 4 will be released beyond that previously stated summer 2022 window. However, filming has wrapped, so hopefully it's not too far away now. Stranger Things Season 4 cast. Who is returning? The series wouldn't be the show it is without its colorful, larger-than-life cast, so expect this lot back on your screens once again. 11, Millie Bobby Brown, Mike, Finn Wolfhard, Lucas, Caleb McLaughlin, Dustin, Gaten Matarazzo, Will, Noah Schnapp, Max, Sadie Sink, Steve, Joe Keery, Nancy, Natalia Dyer, Jonathan, Charlie Heaton, Robin, Maya Hawke, and Joyce, Winona Ryder, among others. We all know now that David Harbour will be returning as Hopper, despite that seemingly tragic end to Season 3. Chatting to Total Film, Harbour explained that his character had to change and resurrect in some way, adding, "So we'll see a very different guy going forwards. The same guy, but in a different vein. It's a very cool thing to be able to play." While it's still unclear how his character survived, Harbour has revealed that Season 4 will reveal more of his backstory in a callback to Season 2, where 11 found boxes in Hopper's attic labeled Dad, Vietnam, and New York. Speaking at Liverpool Comic-Con, the actor said, "In Season 4, we will give you a big, huge reveal about Hopper's backstory, which we haven't really told you about. We're going to express it in a big way. It's my favorite thing about him that you guys don't know about him yet, but it has to do with these backstories of New York, Vietnam, and Dad." In an interview with Entertainment Weekly in October, Harbour also teased what fans should expect in the new season. "I think I have the best storyline. What we're trying to do as we elaborate this thing is to draw back and make sure that we don't have an endgame like some of us thought about that show Lost? What happened to the polar bear?" he said. "We're trying to draw in so the elements of the storyline start to come to a head and become a complete piece. Season 4 lays a lot of pipe for that." As Lost fans will know, Harper's polar bear comment references the frustrating unanswered question about the furry beasts that wandered around the tropical island in the cult series. It's also been confirmed via the official Stranger Things Twitter account that the hit series will be welcoming some new faces for Season 4, including stars of the CW's Black Lightning and Netflix's Anne with an E. Miles Truitt will take on the role of Hawkins basketball player Patrick, whose life will end up spiraling out of control following some shocking events, while Amy Beth McNulty will play Vicky, described as a cool, fast-talking band nerd who catches the eye of one of our beloved heroes. "I was one of the first people in my friend group to watch the first season of Stranger Things," she told The Times. "When I got cast, it came out of the blue. I screamed, I cried, and got very excited." Elsewhere, Regina Ting Chen, Queen of the South, is going to be guidance counselor Miss Kelly, who cares deeply about her students, and Grace Van Dyne, Lady Driver, will play Hawkins High lead cheerleader and popular girl Chrissy. Although all might not be as it seems, because beneath the seemingly perfect surface lies a dark secret. They join another batch of brand new cast members, announced all the way back in November 2020. Robert Englund, aka the most 80s of wisecracking serial killer Burns victims Freddy Krueger, will play Victor Creel, a disturbed and intimidating man who is imprisoned in a psychiatric hospital. Game of Thrones' Tom Lasiha, Yakin Hiar, is Dmitri, a smart and charming Russian prison guard. Mason Dye from Teen Wolf is Jason Carver, a handsome, rich athlete dating the most popular girl in school. Can't wait to see what Steve Harrington thinks of him. Eduardo Franco, Booksmart, plays Argyle, a fun-loving stoner pizza delivery boy and Jonathan's new best friend. Sherman Augustus is Lieutenant Colonel Sullivan, a no-nonsense man who believes he knows how to stop the evil in Hawkins, i.e. he's a badass military man. there will be clashes should he encounter Hopper. Nikola Jericho will play Yuri, an unpredictable Russian smuggler who loves bad jokes, cold hard cash, and crunchy-style peanut butter. We like him already. And British actor Joseph Quinn takes the role of Eddie Munson, the head of the Hawkins High official D&D club, the Hellfire Club. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. star Joel Stoffer, Enoch, has also been cast in a role that is currently under wraps. Speaking to comicbook.com back in July 2020, Stoffer said, "I've got a role that we haven't shot yet on Stranger Things. I don't expect it to become anything like long-term. I was sent the pages of my scene and I didn't know any of the actors or I didn't recognize any names in my scene." As for returning faces, Dr. Sam Owens, Paul Reiser, who works for the U.S. Department of Energy and was appointed Director of Operations at Hawkins' lab following the exit of Dr. Martin Brenner, made a Season 3 comeback. He was previously tasked with investigating the gate to the Upside Down in a bid to prevent it from causing mass destruction, and he was the one who helped Hopper adopt 11. The fact that he was reintroduced following yet more gate-related drama, not to mention the growing Soviet threat, suggests that he will play a role in the next installment. We really hope that he stays as a good guy because it was a great relief when he turned out not to be a villain in the mold of Brenner after all, despite Ryder having played the ultimate 80s nice guy turned sleazebag in Aliens. And speaking of Brenner, the silver-haired research scientist and former head of Hawkins' lab who pushed 11 too far during their experiments and ultimately caused her to open the gate, will he also be reintroduced? It would be nice to have a sinister white-coated government spook scientist back on the scene. Brenner was attacked by a Demogorgon in Season 1, but we didn't actually see him die, which feels like a deliberate decision. Oh, and one more thing. Priya Ferguson has been bumped to series regular status for Season 4, because, obviously. So prepare yourself for maximum sass, nerds. We can hardly wait. Stranger Things Season 4 spoilers and plot. What will happen? Honestly, the scripts are great, Natalia Dyer told The Independent when asked about the upcoming episodes. Every time we end a season, we all think, where is this going to go? Where can this possibly go? Then we get the scripts for the next season and we're like, oh my god, wow. She added, it's going to be really big. It's going to be big. Season 3 wrapped up on an extremely emotional note. Joyce, Will, and Jonathan packed up their home in Hawkins and jumped in a removals van with 11 in tow, following Hopper's death, which wasn't actually a death. It's not all good news for our American. He is imprisoned far from home in the snowy wasteland of Kamchatka, where he will face dangers both human and other, reads Netflix's official synopsis. Meanwhile, back in the States, a new horror is beginning to surface, something long buried, something that connects everything. There's also one very big change. 11 has seemingly lost her powers, unable to even lift her teddy bear off the top shelf of her wardrobe. But we're with Mike. Her psychokinetic abilities will surely return. We hope. We think. Right? Guys? Then there's that scene right at the end. While the gate looked like it had been shut, with another season or two to go, surely that's not the last we've seen of it. The Soviets, despite suffering a colossal setback, are not done yet. They have a Demogorgon in captivity. Is that evidence that the gate hasn't been properly shut but simply stalled? Or are Demogorgons able to open their own mini-gates or tears in the fabric of reality? And we don't actually know what the Soviets are planning. An army of Demogorgons, perhaps? The Duffers revealed in an interview with Entertainment Weekly that Season 4 is going to open up a little bit. Not necessarily in terms of scale, in terms of special effects, but open up in terms of allowing plot lines into areas outside of Hawkins. Well, a teaser released way back in September 2019 did say, "We're not in Hawkins anymore," and a subsequent trailer revealed that the Byers family and 11 are now in sunny California. Creators Matt and Ross Duffer have admitted that they already know how the Netflix series is going to wrap up, and they have done for quite some time. "We like to look at each season as kind of its own complete story," Matt told Deadline. "We do have a pretty large mythology, and season by season we're turning the page and revealing a little bit more and more. So we do have a general sense of what we're doing. We've known the ending of the show for quite a while now."